Okay, folks, we're here with Garrett again, um, discussing basically a 9-part series that he has on these various questions and aspects of a person that has, in his case, cerebral palsy, and in many cases, people that are in wheelchairs, they really have difficulty taking care of themselves. So, Garrett, can you answer this question? Could you elaborate on the pros and cons you've encountered in terms of government assistance for personal care and training?
I can.
Personal care, let me rephrase that. Personal care and funding.
Right. Well, that's okay. It happens to the best of us. But anyway, I would say a pro would be for a person who has CP or any other physical disability who may use a wheelchair. It's great to have government assistance. It doesn't cost you anything depending on the assistance that I get. You can get free money basically if you're on disability benefits. You can get different programs to help you maintain employment and everything. But in terms of personal assistance, and specifically, it does kind of get challenging because when you don't live on your own, they kind of tend to um, try to find ways to decrease your hours that you may have if you lived on your own at one point. So that's definitely a con. The other con is sometimes it takes longer for your benefits or whatever you need to get to you. But I've been in my system for a while, so it doesn't take as long to get to you. Just if when you apply for things that you may need is when it takes long.
About how long do you think it takes?
It all depends on how long it takes the government agency to process the paperwork and go through whatever they need to go through. So
do you have a
maybe
way? Do you have a way to be able to help somebody to do that?
do I have a way? I would say you can always contact the agency for persons with disabilities or a relevant organization if you live in Florida, and they can assign you to a caseworker who is trained to help you with that kind of stuff.
All right, that's pretty cool. So the main thing is just to get some assistance beyond. I mean, heck, you don't make any real money, so you need help wherever you can. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, you're going to be making some real money though. I'm thinking with all the good stuff you're bringing to the table, and then you're going to actually be able to pay me beyond wisdom. It'll be in cash. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Now you're talking. I'm excited. All right, man. Question number 4 in this case. How has the unpredictability of government funding influenced your long-term planning and lifestyle choices?
That is a very good question. I wouldn't say it necessarily affects lifestyle choices. If you're making good money, obviously, they're not going to take away a benefit if you're really struggling for money and you need it. But it can affect your lifestyle choices. Like I said, for PCA, if you're living with your parents and they cut back your hours, if you don't have somebody as good as Warren who will stay with me no matter what, and we'll figure out a way. And that's what I would advise for folks is try to get onto the CDC Plus program and get the ability to hire your own caregiver, because if you go through the agency, those people are more likely to say, well, they cut it down to 30 hours. I don't know if I can do 30 hours versus 50, because some caregivers might not think it's worth it. So that's the only thing that sucks, is you might have to pare back your lifestyle choices, because if you have a disability like mine, you need the caregiver in order to be able to do certain things like traveling and different things. So that does affect planning choices. in terms of where you go out to. Do you go out at all? Do you stay home? Do you live on your own? That kind of thing. But if you have the right support, it doesn't really affect any of that.
Called CDC Plus.
CDC Plus is consumer directed care, and that is a program through Medicaid that I would highly recommend. And you can reach out to me on my landing page, and I can advise you on how to contact APD and get a caseworker and get going with that.
Sounds great. Well, listen, man, you're imparting some serious knowledge here, and we appreciate it. All the people out there that don't have any idea about what a person like yourself goes through is getting that important knowledge that you're imparting. So, muchas gracias, señor.
De
Appreciate it.
nada.
Okay. So we'll chat again, okay?
Definitely.